One devotee asked the question, which is the best ras for worshipping Krishna? The answer to this question is in Chaitanya Charitamrita, and also by Anuman, by logic, and also by Praman. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami Pad, he explains that if one is intelligent, if one intelligently examines all the relationships with Krishna, all the stahirati, the loving attachments that one can have with Krishna, dasirati, you understand, dasirati, or sakirati, or vatsalyarati, or madhuryarati. One has to conclude that madhuryarati is the topmost of all ratis and the topmost rasa, which means madhurya ras, and what you're tasting. The rati is your attachment, your relationship, your sambandha, and the ras is what you taste in that relationship. Vatsalya rati, vatsalya ras, or vatsalya bhav. So that's a fact. Now, the answer is the highest, which is the highest stairati, or highest ras, you say. People usually say ras, they don't know this stairati, but they mean that. What's the highest ras? The highest ras is madhurya ras. Now let's understand why that is. First of all, Madhurya Purushottam is the most complete form of Bhagavan. All forms of Bhagavan, Vishnu, Ram, Krishna, Shringa, they're all Vishnu Tattva. So they're all Satchidanand, they're all eternal. They all have unlimited powers. Sad Aishvarya Purna. They have Sad Aishvarya Purna. All six opulences they have, beauty and fame and knowledge, all these things. Vishnu, even the Shringa, they're all famous and beautiful and powerful and wealthy and strong. All these six bhagyas. Saundarya bhagya, Vidya bhagya, Bala bhagya, and then Yash bhagya. Then strength and fame and Tyag bala, Tapabalam, the bhagya, the fortune of being renounced. I like this, the six are there. So Bhagavan, when Bhagavan appears as Swayam Bhagavan, it's in Bhagavat, first canto, chapter 3, verse 28. Ete chamsha kala pumsha, Krishnas tu Bhagavan Swayam, Indrari vyakilam mule, mridyanti yuge yuge. Complete verse. Mostly this line they know. That amsha, ete chamsha kala amsha kala pumsa. Amsh kala pumsha. Pumsa means personalities, and kala means expansions and form. All the expansions, kala, forms. Of all the various forms and expansions of Bhagavan, which I have described previously to this verse, Vyasa Muni is speaking this verse, I described all these different forms of Vishnu and Dasavatar and etc., etc. Now, of all those amshas and kala, Bhagavan kala and Bhagavan amshas, the supreme form and the topmost form is Krishna's tu, Bhagavan Swayam. Swayam, the Swayam Bhagavan. He's a Swayam. Ram is also Swayam Bhagavan. Well, Bhagavan is Swayam, but he's Krishna's tu, Bhagavan Swayam. But Ram is already in the list before this. So he also called Swayam Bhagavan, but the Swayam of all Swayams. Bhagavan is the Swayam Bhagavan, the supreme form. How so? Jiva Goswami Pad explains in the Sandarbhas that Krishna is superior because of ras. Rasa Swarana. The ras, Krishna is a superior form of Godhead because of the ras, the stairati and ras that he relishes and that he shares with his devotees. And Krishna is a supreme form of Godhead because of the intimacy of the relationships and the affection and kindness. The intimacy of the relationship and the affection and kindness that Bhagavan Sri Krishna shows towards his bhaktas. His mother, father, his friends, his servants, his lovers, his beloveds, his mahishis and queens, and ranis of Dwarka. So Krishna is the supreme form of Godhead in terms of his relationships and sweet dealings with his devotees.